Effective coaching session. I learned so much. Genuinely impressed. Genuinely impressed.
What I like doing is I like running at them with my E, and then as my E is going off, I ult. And what that does is it means that they're CC'd for the duration of the knockback, and then as soon as the knockback...
Dude, this is stupid. Why didn't any of this... I'm so annoyed with myself. Why did this not click with me? So I will show you here. This is why I said, and this one, normally with NEACE gets coached, it's normally I just royally do not know this champion at all. A challenger player comes in and goes, okay, here's how you play this. In this case, I did play this champion on... I did one climb at EOS to Diamond. You know I coach, so I don't really have much time to play. But like, I played EOS to Diamond. I thought I got pretty good at it. But I would be very curious to see not only what you have to say about the champion, what you think is good on the champion, but also just like little tips and tricks that you've picked up along the way that maybe I didn't even know about.
Well, I guess the first thing I'd want to ask you then is, do you think Trinity Force and Divine Thunder are good items to build on Hecarim?
Like probably about 4 or 5 months ago, I would have said yes to Sunderer. Is that really that bad?
Okay, so, because the thing about it is a lot of people have this really bad interpretation of like what Hecarim is, right? So the thing about Hecarim is he's a champion that can easily deal with the enemy front line, right? Since he's kind of like a tank that can heal a lot.
Yeah.
But if he really wants to like be a solo carry champion, right? I'm not talking about like the pro scene. I'm not talking about like, oh, you just want to fulfill a role. I'm talking about really solo carrying games. Essentially what you are is you're a tanky assassin. So you're someone who needs to dive in the enemy backline, but instead of using like invisibility, which most assassins use, you use your movement speed, right? So like that's why in the past, you'll notice that the only times Hecarim's ever been viable at like a really, really high level, and the only times he's really been good is when he has insane movement speed builds. Like I don't remember if you're like active back then, but I think it was in season 8 that a player hit rank 1 on Hecarim. Do you remember that? Be nice to each other.
Was that NA?
Yeah, it was NA.
Yeah, I think I bumped into him a couple times. What the fuck was he doing back then though?
So back then he was doing this like Predator build with Yumu's Trinity Force, and he would literally just go like 600 MS, one shot the ADC.
I remember this. I remember this.
And so that's like the one time Hecarim was like really viable, and then the other time he was viable at a high level was when it was the recent changes, and it was the Chemtank Force of Nature Deadman's build. Do you remember that? And then it was like Udyr Hecarim meta. Yep. This was, I think,
recent, about a year, not even that long ago, a year, 2 years.
Exactly. And then recently he's come back into the meta with the build that I created, which is like the Chemtank Manmean one. And the reason why, again, is because all of these builds share the same thing in common, which is that he's a tanky assassin. So he's someone that can go in, he eliminates a carry, the game is like 4v5, and if he can sit there and just like deal with the rest of the squishies on the front line, he's a 1v9 carry. But the problem is if you go for like a build like, let's say Sunderer or Trinity Force, and then you go for I don't know, like Conqueror, you actually can stay on the enemy carries reliably, and what that means is that you can never 1v9 a game.
Why do you frame it like that?
Because, so, Hecarim's a champion who, the way he actually gets countered, crazily enough, is by the enemy's mobility. So he's a champion that has a lot of movement speed, but if the enemy has more mobility than he does, it's like really bad for him. And that's why, when Hecarim would go Conqueror, let's say a few months ago, one of his worst matchups was actually Lilia, which is weird because you'd think that two champions who are movement oriented and Hecarim who like out damages and out heals her would do better, but because she would always be able to kite him, he could never get on her to do damage. It's almost like a Darius of the jungle in a way. So that's why now having access like Phase Rush and Chemtank and all these different things allows you to really stay on enemy carries in an era where it's like they all have mobility. So like even if they go Gale Force, you can still stay on them. Even if they flash away, you can still stay on them. Even if they have like a Lulu, let's say, peeling them, or a CC support peeling them, you can still stay on them no matter what, right?
Okay.
So that's why I would say that every single game, like, or at least in like 95% of the games, doing the new like Chemtank Death Dance Manmean build will give you a lot more like solo carry and a lot more solo 1v9 potential than like a standard setup of, let's say, Trinity Force into Frozen Heart, or like Trinity Force into Sterak's, or things like that.
Yeah, so what I was doing before was I was going Conqueror, and I was going Resolve Secondary, and I was going Revitalize. I was basically just doing Revitalize. I remember that was like in conditioning, I think. And then I did on Chill NEACE, I copied this build, and I didn't know it was your build. I saw it getting popular, and then my editor, who linked this up, my editor told me that you were the one that created this build. So for the people that, I guess before we get into the build though, we should talk about just general practice tool stuff. And this is why I said it for this one, I wanted you to kind of rate my knowledge. When I'm running up, I used to miss my ult all the time, so I started doing this type of thing. But I can obviously, if I need to, I could just, you know, I can insta-cast it. So I have like a manual cast with shift, and then just like a standard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I was showing basically the E, like you fake it, and then you come back around after they flash, and then hit them anyways, right? And then I pretty much just turn my W on when shit gets real. Has been my has been my strategy.
Yeah, because like that's the thing that I always like tell Hecarim players is that your W, you use it in like one of two scenarios, or like one of three scenarios. One is when you're committing, but you need the healing. So you don't just want to use your W for like damage most of the time, right? Because your W, what it is it's a healing ability. So you want to use it when the enemy is fully committed and when you're also fully committed, so you can make the maximum amount of like usage. So let's say you're running out of Jhin, and you know he's just going to run away. Using your W in that scenario, especially when you're not sure if there are enemies nearby, is never a thing that you want to do. But a lot of Hecarim players have this like automatic thing where they want to W as soon as they E, right? So that's why like the first thing about your W is that you always want to use it when you're fully committed, but there are certain times where, let's say you're going for a top lane gank and you know that like this person, but like you know it's just like a secured play, like there's no kind of like hesitancy whatsoever of can they kill me, then you can use it for a bit of extra damage in case like they flash away or whatever. And the other time you're actually going to use your W is for a face rush proc.
Okay.
So yeah, one of the big things is when you have your chem tank, so you know how your phase rush procs after 3 like abilities? Well, the thing about chem tank is that it actually counts as an ability. So that's why sometimes what you want to do is, let's say you're going in for a gank, you can chem tank WQ to proc your phase rush, and then if they flash, you have the increased like phase rush movement speed.
Okay, I did not know this. All right, I give you that one.
So it's like, it's better for like baiting out flashes and stuff like that. So like that's one of the big things that I do, and that's why like chem tank is also really good, is because it allows you to really like that thing of baiting out flashes. You can just do it a lot easier because you just random or do that. Or let's say you don't have chem tank yet, you can just exchange that with smite, right? So like you're gonna use your WQ smite, and then that also procs without using your chem tank.
So you're basically making it seem like you're running your E. Am I reading this right? Like it almost looks like. When I look at this right now, if I was like on the other team, I'd be like, this guy's about to E me. And that's what you're, wow, that's no E.
Yep. So it's just like this way of really just running at them. And okay, so another kind of like neat thing is that when you're Eing, you can cast your ult like mid E. So I'll show you what this means. So like, let's say we spawn 2 enemy dummies, right?
Yeah.
And I want you to imagine that this dummy is like 100 HP, and we know that I won't be able to make it onto it. What you'd actually want to do is you want to jump on it and then just instantly ult on it like that.
Okay, that's good.
So, because I'll show you, what happens is your E auto attack range makes your auto attack range bigger, right? So that's why sometimes what I'll even do is I'll buy rapid fire cannon. And if you can get rapid fire cannon, what that does is like, if you look at your auto attack range, it's sort of like a Kaelin auto, right? So you can sit there and then the damage is going to go off like that. And you could just like get off this kind of nuke on 2 different carries.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah. So that's, so then another thing too, that a lot of Hecarim players don't know is there's actually this kind of like one-shot combo, I guess you could call it that, where you want to use your ult, but you don't want to lead with R. So the thing about Hecarim is, let's say we go and we ult on the enemy, right? And then imagine they flash our fear, and then we have to E on them. The thing is, the enemy isn't CC'd, right?
Yes.
So what I like doing is I like running at them with my E, and then as my E is going off, I ult. And what that does is it means that they're CC'd for the duration of the knockback, and then as soon as the knockback...
Dude, this is stupid. Why didn't any of this fucking... I'm so annoyed with myself. Why did this not fucking click with me? That one is like obvious too. God damn it, dude. Now I'm pissed. I like walked into this whole fucking thing. Jesus Christ, dude.
So that's why it's one of those things where, because Hecarim, like, I'm telling you, if you try to do this ult, right, and then they have Gale Force or they have Flash, going for those max range ults is just never the angle.
It's bad. They always flash out, Yeah,
so that's why if you sit there and you go like this, and then you get that, and then you go after, right, it just makes it so that everything is just so much easier.
It looks smooth too. And you can hit that, and that combos into, does that count as a full duration of fear, or is that like a partial fear?
So the fear is gonna go based off like how, kind of like the knockback distance, I guess. So like, let's say you're knocking back, then it would be like where they land, right?
So you've got to kind of, this is more of a, you got to do it a few times to probably get the handle on where you're gonna place the, because there is a frame in there, if you don't do it right, that they might be able to squeak out anyways, right?
If you, that's the thing about it. It's like, it really is something where you have to, like, the way you do it perfectly, and this is actually the way I counter Echo, because they can never get their ult off versus me, is you want to just go, and then the second you're in your auto attack range, then you get it off, right? And that's why, like, you can see if you time it perfectly. You see how it almost looks like your E gets cancelled, but your E auto attack is still going through?
That's cool. That's dope.
Yep. Okay, I'll show you like the other kind of Hecarim mechanic that not a lot of people are aware of, and this one's a lot more like niche. So for this one, you'd need to get like Trinity Force, let's say.
Okay.
And you can't do this if you have rapid fire cannons. This is something that you can really like only do with a standard build. So look at my Sheen timer, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I need
Shift X.
Shift X. Okay. Okay. So you see how like this? Imagine I'm here and wait for it. Okay, so imagine now I Q. You see how I'm not gonna get a Trinity Force thing?
Yeah.
Let me explain this. Okay, so like right now Trinity Force, I use my auto, right? And then let's say I use it again, but I cast Q before Trinity Force is off cooldown.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I see. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what you can actually do here sometimes is you make it so like, let's say you Q auto and then you use your E. If you do this like frame perfect, you can actually use your Q before your E auto attack goes off, and it gets you the Sheen proc.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's a little weird, but I get it.
Yeah, so it's like you do this and then, but it's almost like you're gonna Q like mid E the literal millisecond before it goes off. But yeah, that's another thing.
I mean, I must credit you. You did show me some stuff. You won this round. Is there anything else, or do you want to jump into a game?
Well, one last thing I just want to show you.
Okay.
Is one of the other reasons why I really like the chem tank build, right? Is because, so that one-shot combo I was showing you earlier, the good thing about it is since you're getting all these abilities off at the same time, it actually makes you do a shit ton of damage. So if you look, let's say you go in, you see how the total damage is just like 2,500 instantly? If the enemy ADC even has like, let's say, I don't know, 100 armor, it's like this combo will still pretty much always be able to bring them to like, let's say 20-30% HP before like kills and all that stuff. So you can always one-shot people from ahead or if like you're slightly behind as well. So one thing as well is if there's an enemy dummy over this wall, since Hecarim has a pretty large auto attack range, you can actually auto over these walls.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I thought you were just gonna show me an E over the wall, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so you could like auto attack over walls, just straight up autos, or even like Qs. Qs will still register.
Cool.
And then as for E leaps, I could show you a few. One thing that I like doing is you can E like here. So, like,
yes, this one I have. This one I have used. Yeah, I've definitely.
And I'm sure you know like the Krugs one as well.
This one, yeah.
But there's one more. So where's the auto refresh? How do I get more wards?
Oh, okay, you're good.
Yeah. So then there's like one more leap you can do, but it only works on this side of the map. It doesn't work on the other side of the map. Is if you use your E, and then you come to the blue buff, you can actually E over this wall like that.
Didn't know that one. Did not know that one. Nice.
So you can do that one, but it doesn't work on the other side because of the elevation difference.
Fucking riot, dude.
Yeah, but just trying to think, is there anything else that I'm missing? Honestly, I'm not sure.
No, but
guess
I
the
mean, if
only-
you think of anything, let me know.
I mean, I guess the only like last thing that I could tell you is that a lot of the time, people like really underestimate their Q stacks. So that's why when you go for fights, what I like doing a lot as well is like I'll stack Q against like a minion, or I'll stack you against like a jungle camp, and then I'll look for an engage with Q stacks. Because
I
fighting
actually
with
don't
Q
do.
stacks-
I don't do that as often as I probably should. I definitely do it off of a clear, but I don't think I'll like. Yeah, I don't think I do that necessarily as much as I probably could.
Yeah, that's why like you really want to think like because I'm sure you've had a lot of situations where you were playing games and you get, let's say there's a big team fight and the enemy ADC gets like 20% HP, but then she lives and her entire team like wipes you, right?
Yeah.
And that's why getting those Q stacks beforehand can legitimately just completely change games. So like you'd stack against her and then like already you saw
Got
right
it.
away and you have the Q.
No, that's smart. Yeah, I normally am really selfish and I never like leave a clear when I start it. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely
Yeah.
times I know where like I'll path by a camp and I'm pretty sure I'm not stacking the queue like that, like deliberately before I come down in. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna queue up and you are going to rate my Hecarim.
Vayne, all these different things, it just makes it
All
unplayable.
right, I'm gonna dodge. Okay, that was fun. So how's your day? Do you play Elden Ring?
I tried it for like one day.
Just one?
But yeah, but the thing about it is, I realized that, I don't know, after playing Elden Ring, I just realized that League was actually my favorite game.
Really?
So it's like, yeah, because the thing
You're not being
about League,
sarcastic?
no, I'm being dead serious. I
Okay.
think League is like really, really fun, and League
I
is
do too.
genuinely. Yeah, but the problem with League, I feel, especially in the high-low scene right now, is just the community. Because I don't know if you've been seeing, but recently there's been this meta in high-low especially, where there are streamers are having their games being bet on these different like betting sites for cryptocurrency. And when people like place these bets, they'll try to contact anybody who's on or against a streamer to look for like win trades so they can fix the bets.
Is that happening on NA?
Yep, almost every single game is a victim of this.
How long has that been happening?
I'd like to say it's been happening for a really long time now, but it's only recently become popularized. Main reason being the fact that Riot does nothing about it, and also with the introduction of Champions Queue, in high elo especially, there are no real names anymore. It's just a bunch of like random people. So that's why if you're just a random person playing solo queue, right? Why wouldn't you take $100 US a game for a win trade?
I mean, if I'm being honest, like one of the reasons I stopped playing high elo is because, like, I mean, obviously I'm making good money coaching, but I just don't see, like, in your case, you know, you're a streamer, you do pretty well. Your stream's done really well in the past few years now, right? Like, if you're not monetizing the game, it's real. Like, high elo is such a depressing pit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, the only real way to make money is like, let's say if you're a coach, if you're a booster, win trader, or a streamer or a pro player, like that's it. So if you have no intention on going pro, and you also don't want to stream because it's such a hard scene to actually like make a name for yourself
Sure,
in,
yeah, it is.
the only real option at that point is boosting and win trading, right? So
I mean, it definitely felt, I played in the mornings when I played high elo. I'd play in the mornings and it always felt weird. Like, it does kind of line up. Like, it feels weird. Like, you get on and there'd be, like you said, it'd be like these zombie people that you don't know who they are. And the games would just be real iffy. And you would leave with this bad taste in your mouth. Like, is someone like, no, don't ban this fucking champion. No. Fuck, no. Please, no, please.
The name Chow Hecarim
Please,
isn't
no.
enough.
Please. Please, God, please, no.
Does this make you nervous?
Please. God damn it, dude. I just want to play Hecarim for one game. Come on, man.
Alright.
Hey!
Things are looking good. There we go, we got it.
Hey! Winner.
But yeah, that's the thing about morning queues as well though. Since NA like player population is so low and most people play in like PST time zone, it just makes it so if you're queuing in the morning, like I'd have challenger accounts genuinely 600 LP getting in literal diamond 1 lobbies.
Oh yeah. I had that back then. Yep. That was like standard. It was weird too because it was like, yeah, You would wait for 30 minutes to finally get a game, and the game would be like giga rigged one way or the other, and you're just like, well, this was lame.
Yep. The thing too, I remember one of my friends was telling me, like, this is just a crazy story about boosting, but at the end of the season, at the end of like last season, on the last day, any like win trades in like near challenger elo were going for $500
For a game?
per game, 500 USD.
That's pretty sick.
He was telling me that there was this one game he was playing where him and the enemy were supposed to be win trading. So it was literally just a battle of the two running it down mid as fast as they possibly could to make their teams lose.
Dude, it's a sweat too. It's a $500 sweat, man.
Exactly. Just a
You
battle.
ever bet on something for $500?
No, never really did any kind of like betting or gambling.
Dude, if you bet on anything, you put hundreds of dollars. Fuck! You put hundreds of dollars on it, and you immediately become like real. Like it becomes important.
I don't see League as an addiction as much as I see it as like a replacement. So the way I would explain it to you is, back in the day, right? Imagine me and you were cavemen in like 10,000 BC.
Okay, I'm with you.
And we're there, and like we're going out every day, and we have our spears, and we're hunting dinosaurs. You know what I mean? It's like that's how you feel validated, by hunting these dinosaurs, and that's why like football players or like soccer players and all these things nowadays, I feel like they get that same sense of validation through sport. But rather than getting it through sport, I feel like we just get that kind of like mental thing from League. Like when you're able to destroy your opponents, or you're able to like do these crazy outplays, it just makes you feel like, you know, like it's a battle of the fittest type thing.
So we're hunting dinosaurs, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Every every time you fucking take that Nexus down, that's a fucking Stegosaurus.
Yeah, taking down the Velociraptors.
God damn it, dude.
I don't know if you've been noticing, but the crazy thing about Hecarim's ban rate is ever since I actually started...
I knew it was fucking coming too.
Yeah.
But
ever since I started like becoming a bigger streamer, and like more people started to, I guess, see what Hecarim was capable of, it's legitimately skyrocketed his ban rate to a point where it hasn't been for like years, considering like how his strength isn't even relatively that insane right now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you while we're dealing with account bullshit. I'm gonna go back to the other account I was on and see if we have bad RNG again. I was gonna ask you, you know, if you, because right now you're sitting, where's your account at right now?
Well, my Dono account is like 400 to 500 LP, but I'm just like locking in Rengar, trying to learn the champion on it. So
no, that's good. No, I was just curious. But if you had to rate, where can Hecarim wind up right now? Do you think he could be top of the ladder? Is he top of the ladder material right now, do you think?
There was actually a guy in Korea who got rank 1 with Hecarim earlier this season, and like as a Hecarim one trick. And then I got an account to like 65% win rate, unranked to challenger. In like the span of 6 days, and then he started getting like target banned. But I think like if you're a really good Hecarim player, you can genuinely bring the champion to rank 1 right now with the state of him.
That's awesome. But it's because of, you would think it would have to be the mobility style though.
Yes, 100%.
Cool.
Because again, I'm sure. Okay, so how many games would you say you've had on Hecarim?
Probably a couple hundred, I think.
Okay, have you ever been in a position where you were extremely fed and your team was underperforming and you had to carry, but then it's like because the enemy has these kind of like fed mobile ADCs, or like let's say mages or something like that, you just make it so it's impossible to carry and you lose the game?
I know that on EUS, when I was climbing up to Diamond, I was just doing a for fun climb to just try it. And I remember, because I liked Conqueror style a lot, and I will say that there was a lot of games where I felt very ult reliant.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with it, is that when you're ult reliant, if the enemy has any kind of flash or any kind of escape or any kind of dash or any kind of gale force, or let's say you ult and then you get chain CC'd, you are nothing. And that's the thing. That's why this build path is so broken, because it's almost like your main method of engage is your E rather than your R. And since your method of engage is your E, they have to use all their like escapes on your E, which means that then you just ult after them and there's nothing they can do, and then they just die.
Yeah, I liked it. When I like the first time I tested it out was on NEACE, which was like a lower elo account, and I was just like, wait a second, this does actually feel stronger. Like, I immediately was like, okay, maybe I was wrong about this. I do find it funny too that there was a guy in Challenger playing Predator before, because I think I bumped into him and I just thought it was a gimmick. I didn't know it was actually like a real strat.
Well, I mean, Predator was also really good back when it was broken a few patches ago. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
That was, like,
yeah.
But Predator's always been like a pretty decent thing on Hecarim. The only problem is that once you get your one shot off, it's like you don't have anything afterwards. And that's why I think Phasor is just a better Hecarim, or a better Predator, because it gives you like, it's like you get that movement speed and that damage, which you can apply to all 5 members of the enemy team, rather than Predator, which you just apply to 1, if that makes sense.
So I have a question for you. So do you think now is the one trick? Do you think Hecarim needs a nerf? Be careful now. Be careful.
Yes. So this is like the main problem. Hecarim is a champion that has always been very good at punishing the enemy's mistakes. Overextended, Hecarim is gonna ghost and kill you. Over pushing, let's say you're overstaying, Hecarim is gonna come in and kill you. And then he'll just pick up so many kills from across the map that he can genuinely 1v9 with the lead he has, right? And the problem is that solo queue players are going to sit there, they're going to make many mistakes in their game, and then Hecarim is going to get fed, and instead of saying that the problem is their gameplay, they're going to say, oh, Hecarim's the problem, and then they're just going to say Hecarim is broken, he needs a nerf. But the problem is, if you take Hecarim in like a very high-low game, right, and you sit there and you're just playing this like normal 50-50, he's not any stronger than any other jungle champ right now. It's just the fact that he's very easy to punish with because of the amount of movement speed he gets from chem tank and whatnot.
Yeah, he's not being played in comp, is he? Ever right now? I don't know.
Now they actually started playing him more and more, but the thing about comp players is that I just think they're super uneducated on the champion. Like, Hecarim isn't a champion who's good for his ult, which is like AoE CC. He's a champ who's good at assassinating and really going in, diving like back to front. But then comp is gonna play him and they'll go chem tank with this full tank build, and they're gonna think they're doing something. When if you're just gonna do that, you might as well go Jarvan, right? Or you might as well go literally any other champion that can also afford,
that makes sense.
like CC.
Yeah, at that point, just go Gragas and just bump into people.
Yeah, and so the other like interesting thing, right, is I feel like Hecarim's in a really good state right now, but one of the reasons why I would say so is because the cool thing is anytime a Hecarim build gets released where it's like high mobility, like imagine this this build, it just makes it so now he has skill expression. And if you take a really good player and you put him on a strong champion like Hecarim and you give him the opportunity for skill expression, he'll be able to completely take over games. And that's how I went from like being a player who would get like these like okay win rates in like, let's say, Diamond or Masters with Conqueror, but now it's like that I can actually have skill expression on my champion when I am mechanically good at him. I'm able to really sit here and like just completely take over challenger games because of the way I can like use my movement.
Do you know who Phylaris is? He did the jungle spreadsheet with all the different clears.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, so I work with him a lot for my coaching stuff, and we were looking one night. I think we were looking at the rank 1 Hecarim guy on Korea.
Yep.
I think we were like looking at his games. I don't know if you've seen how this guy plays, but he does some kind of interesting shit. He did like he started on red, so think blue side. He starts on red buff, and he just walks across the river and like goes and invades. I think it was legit, like I think he was facing like a Lee Sin or something, and he just straight started walking over to the other side of the map into blue and started like going for an invade, even though like he did not know where the jungler was. Like he just straight pathed all the way across. It was so strange. I was wondering if you ever saw his gameplay and saw weird shit like that, because it was so unique.
So yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, that's more of like a Korean thing. It's because in Korea, how do I explain it? I feel like Koreans play a lot more like around the limits of their team rather than their limits, because they can trust their teammates. So if he's sitting there and he's like, oh, I have like prio mid, it's like he knows that his mid laner, it's almost like he treats his mid laner as an extension of himself, and he really uses all these resources to his advantage. But if you're playing on NA, right?
We can never do that, right? That's
exactly.
How me and Phil we're like, yo, this guy is fucking crazy. Like he's into over here, and then it worked, and we're like, oh damn.
But that's a cool thing, is that there are genuine like regional differences in high elo in every region. Like playing in EUS, because I played in EUS like Challenger Elo, I played in NA Challenger Elo, like literal rank 1 level back when the pros were there in EU last season. Oh, cool. And I'm telling you, it's like the supports on that region compared to NA, I highly doubt, I would say maybe 10% of Challenger supports would be able to get Challenger on EU. Because
Blue
like,
Smite here?
Let me see the team. Press up. Yeah, I'd go blue this game.
Okay.
And then, wait, press up again. Don't leave base up.
Okay.
Okay, so I would actually refund refillable and take a potion and control ward.
I like it. I like this idea.
And what you're gonna do is I want you to go and place a control ward on your blue buff bush right now. And the reason why is because Kindred's a champion who could sit there and do red into blue Gromp, like your blue Gromp, and if he does that and you don't know, it completely ruins your game. But if you have this control ward, what it allows you to do is it really allows you to sit there and like...
You swap into sweeper here?
Nope, don't swap to sweeper.
Huh?
Because now what you need to do is when you're double cam clearing your blue and Gromp, you want to make sure that Kindred doesn't invade you if he doesn't already invade you on like level 2. So that's why you see the bush, like the little, like go to your, like the other bush in your jungle. No, like in your blue side,
Oh god. This one?
No, no. Yep. So like that's why I always place a ward there when I'm double cam clearing, so that if the enemy jungler comes, at least I have more time to react to it.
Got it. Let's see if I can do this clear. I haven't done it in a while, buddy. He put me on the spot here. I haven't played in a minute.
Another thing you want to do is you only want to use your smite if the leash is bad. So like if the leash is like really good and he leaves and it's like, let's say 400 HP, don't smite. But if he leaves like 700 HP, smite it to finish.
Your call.
Yeah. Yeah, so here this is like a game where I would smite. So we know Kindred saw red, so he might do the red into blue Gromp, we'll see. So there you would want to finish it with Q, that way you... Yes, you see how you drop Q stacks?
Oh, my fucking... God damn it.
That's
I know better than that.
Yeah, so you always want to finish camps with your Q. And the reason why is so that you can preserve Q stacks to your other camp. No, because the thing is, bot lane doesn't really have... Doesn't look like you could gank that, just with like the lip waves and then mid lane shoved in. Unless you want to look for like a mid dive. But... Okay, well, Kindred's top. Wait, press hub quick. Real quick. Press hub. 24 CS level 3. Okay, so his Krugs are up. Take his Krugs.
Oh, okay, got it. Got it.
So that's why you always want to look when the enemy does that, because if he's level 3 and he still isn't level, like if he's 24 CS level 3, then you know he didn't take his Krugs, right?
Got it.
And then now we could look for a potential bot dive, so now check out the bot lane. Okay, so we can. So I would just like do this, and then I'd drop a ward in the little bush, and then I'd reset. Yep, now just recall. Oh, you can
I gotta get that. Ah, this exhaust.
It's alright, just back off now.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, not bad.
Oh, wait. Come on, team. Clutch your kick. Too much heal. Alright, so items. This is where I really wanted you.
Yep, so now you're just gonna go Ionian Rush. Ionian Rush and then swap into the sweeper.
Okay.
Oh, you don't need another control ward. So the thing about me on Hecarim is I won't buy like a lot of control wards just because you don't really need it most of the time. So we see Kindred's bot, and we know that he did like Raptors into Wolves. So what you could actually look for is you could look for... I would just go straight Raptors here. Go straight Raptors.
Yeah, I was thinking Raptors and then cut across, right?
Yep, exactly.
I like it.
Yeah, I would just saw on the Wolves. Like right away, just right on the Wolves.
Yeah, I'm heading.
But don't, whatever you do, do not use your W on the camp. Oh wait, what?
How the fuck are these not? They should be up any second. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was,
there you go.
I was like, this isn't right. Don't use your W on. Yeah, I don't, and I want to know why.
Because if you ever get collapsed on here, your W is capped against healing from monsters, but it's not getting champions. So you want to like save it every time you're making an invade, in case you get collapsed on.
Huh?
Yeah. But now since we saw Kindred around mid, it's like you can use your W now for healing. It shouldn't really matter. And then I would smite as well.
Okay.
I would not look for top dive. He's still full HP. I'm telling you, just like I would take Bosco over. Take Bosco over and just clear from top to bot.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, because that's the thing about Hecarim. You don't need to force these early plays ever if they're like even somewhat risky. Because you will scale with this build. This is a scaling build. He doesn't fall off anymore.
Got it. Am I backing after this? You thinking tier here?
Yep. So I would get tier into Ruby Crystal. And then afterwards, you could look to see if maybe there's a bot opportunity, and then you should be good.
Buying a pink ever? Are you saving that money? I'm curious.
Just save for now.
Okay.
I know, now I'm sorry, take Ruby Crystal.
Ruby Crystal?
Yep.
So, oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, that's obvious. Should I be going? Oh, you want to go red here?
Look at this hit bot. Look at this hit bot first. Real fast. Okay, so they're shoving in, so I would go Gromp into bot gang. I would go Gromp into level 6 into bot gang, since I don't think the enemy is going to reset bot anytime soon, since they're pretty high HP, high mana.
Okay.
Like, they're probably just backing off revision right now. Yeah, see. So now if you just go Gromp, and then you're level 6, then you can kill. You can use your W for this, it'll be up by the time the gang starts again.
I like it.
And then...
Okay, swipe this.
Okay. Yep, so now just boss coming over, and then you can try to rock through the try. Like,
I'm gonna
just
do it.
use sweeper. Check. Vision. Alright. So I would just like walk around try. Walk around to try.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay, so it's sorted. Yeah, so just like clear ward and then go if anything, yeah, just go the crab here.
It's kind of a sketchy, not finding any options yet.
Yeah, exactly, but that's the thing, it's like you don't need to find options.
Got it.
Like since you're like a scaler with this build, you really don't need it. And now since you have bot power, I would take dragon. 100% take dragon.
I like it.
Here.
I don't have fucking smite because I wasted it, but
yeah, it's okay. But that's the thing about it. I would much rather take like dragons and then just play safe for farming and then scale and not put any trust in my team, especially in solo queue, than sitting there and try to coordinate these like dives or any of these things that
I like it.
would be. Yeah.
Just gotta wait for blue here.
Yeah. So I would look at the state of like mid top. Okay, just like checking to see if any dives can be done. Maybe look at volley now. Alright, so nothing can be done, so again, just like focus and then maybe look for Herald. So you just want to like maximize the amount of prio you get.
Would you cross into, well, I don't know if Kindred's bot side is even up here.
I would just play it safe and clear my top side since all top side is up. Yeah, you're just like playing for neutrals, because if you play for neutrals, there's really no going wrong, right? Like the enemy team, like, this is the thing I've learned, the enemy team cannot close out games if they don't get neutrals most of the time. At least that's like the current meta. So if the enemy team isn't playing for neutrals early and you are, no matter how many kill advantage they get, you will always be able to come back.
So I guess I'm not really too worried about a risk because they can always just R away from this if it gets real bad.
Exactly. And also you have action, so I would like kite Herald even towards action and spamming them on it. Okay, wait, check mid.
I'm watching that. Yeah, I'm watching it.
Okay, so yeah, I would just start spamming this.
I feel naked and afraid. You ever see that show?
Yeah, yeah. Wait, use your super fast and then just check the pixel bush.
Yeah, you're right. I should have already checked it. Yep.
Yeah, just to make sure. Yeah, so it's good you're not. Okay, so now I would just ult on him right away and kill him. Ult on him right away, kill him. Go.
Whoa, did I really get that fucking... I'm so fucked here.
No, just smite out health. Smite health for HP.
Damn, that was my bad. I E'd the fucking Kindred, which is a shame.
That's alright. I mean, to be fair, I didn't feel like he would have ult. Okay, so I'd get bombies. So the other cool thing about bombies is that it counts as a proc of phase rush. So you can sit there and WQ bombies procs counts for phase rush when you're going for ganks.
So the reason I smited Kindred there, just so you hear why I'm bad, is because I thought that if I smited Kindred, she might ult and keep me alive. If I like bluffed it out of her, you know?
That's alright. Okay, just run her down here. 100%.
I think Kindred's here though, yeah.
Yeah, just back off. So that's a scenario where you could have gotten a Q sack on the scuttle before going for that fight.
Got it.
Yep. So it's little things like that. Like just look for any kind of thing where it's like, oh, I could look for a Q stack on this or a Q stack on that. And now I would just play it safe and I would just say, okay, Gromp into Wolves, into Raptors, and then look around.
Okay.
Because again,
because I don't have a play without ult.
Yeah. Like as Hecarim, essentially you never want to care about like what the kill count is. You always just want to look and say, what's your CS count, and then like how are you doing neutral objective wise. Look bot.
Ooh, I trolled. Ah, she's dead.
Okay. Yeah, just back up. You can't take this fight.
Yeah, I just farmed out. Maybe if I rotated a little faster, maybe.
Yeah, it could have been done. That's okay. Yeah, so I would just sit there and again go for like. Look mid, real fast.
Yeah, there's no play there.
Shit, some fun. That's alright. This is the thing about it. So like, this is the best Hecarim playstyle for solo queue if you're like good enough to mechanically carry, which is just to let your teammates suffer while you just take all the secured plays. You don't put any trust in them, and then you just 1v9 in team fights.
Let them suffer. I love that.
That's why. That's actually how I did my like unranked to challenger in like 6 days. It was literally just doing this full clear into dragon playstyle, never ever trusting my team, and then never helping anybody and just only playing for myself and winning every game.
So I'm gonna clear this and then probably back for drag here, and just stress out the Malphite a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
This looks too good though. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because you also don't know if Kindred would have been.
Yeah,
I
was hesitant for sure, but I wasn't gonna let him walk down like that.
Make sure you're getting chem tank, not long swords. Yeah, there you go.
Why do I keep trying to buy long swords, bro?
It's alright. Just press tab on dragon timer. So 17. Alright, so you can just take that on spawn. I would just out spam ping it. And now, the cool thing is,
Who is this guy so I can... There we go.
Yeah. The cool thing is now too, is you're gonna be like 14 minutes in and you have 2 dragons. So imagine even if the game starts going bad now, you still have 2 dragons denied from the enemy, so they can never play for a soul win condition. And if and it's like if you sit there and you outscale them and they can't get soul, you're just gonna win games even if you're 20 kills down. Nice. Use ghost, fast, use ghost. Perfect.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, so perfect. Really good.
I had to ult that guy out.
Yep. That's the thing about a Kindred matchup. You always want to lead with your R, and the reason being, if you lead with R, and then like you can burst him down, but if you lead with your E and then he ults, no amount of like ult fear range is gonna make him leave his R. The only way is like if you insta R and then fear him and then.
Got it.
So that's the other interesting thing that a lot of people don't know. You can redirect your ult's fear like position. Because they're feared away from you every time, right? So like let's say you ult on someone and they're running away from you. If you just like run behind them, they're gonna be running like towards your team now.
Got it.
So the other reason why I love getting the Manmean build as well is because, I don't know if you remember, but when you would play Hecarim without tier, I'm sure you would have felt the mana issues. And now, since you have tier, you never have mana issues, so you can always use your E and W during your clear, which makes your clear speed so much faster.
Yeah, it is fast as fuck.
Yep. Perfect. So now you can just go Krugs, reset, and then maybe look balling for a player or something. And look, press tab real quick. Notice that you're the second highest, or like third highest in the game.
Yeah. I'm surprised we're not the highest right now. This Akshan's farming well, even though he's annoying as fuck. Look, he's 1v9.
Yeah, he's chilling. Okay,
He's
so
grab,
yeah, just get Caulfield's, perfect.
Shit off my screen.
I would look for bot play, honestly.
Okay.
With ult and Chemtang and
Well, what about this spawning though? This kind of goes against your ethos.
Like you're right, but it's just one of those things where imagine enemy spawns and then Kindred's top side and then they have Malphite prio and then you know it's like it could end badly. So it's not so much. It's like you always want to just take the secured play, and right now a bot play is a secured play with like waves and everything. Oh,
I'm on a fucking ward. God damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. I'm probably gonna go over to.
Honestly, just use sweeper and regank. Use sweeper, make sure it's not worried. Okay. What I would do is I would actually clear this ward. And then take the long, take the long way around. What? Yeah, take the long way around.
Yeah.
And then,
not on vision.
Yeah, just wait a little bit. Perfect. And now you could look for the gank. Oh well. All right.
These guys are mind readers, I guess.
Crazy.
Yeah, these guys are in a position to help, so.
It isn't so much like a playstyle where you're only playing for like neutrals and stuff like that, as much as like always just secured plays. You just never want to take risks, more or less.
Well, since they got rid of topside, I kind of want to path up there. Maybe I can fuck with this guy. I might be able to kill him here, I think.
Yeah, I would too. Like E, Chemtang, WQ for phase rush, and then like see where she is from. See? And now you can sit there. And now ult, fast. Ah. You can slow her down.
I still am going. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, you got it. It's okay. I've been there.
Yeah, you saw that?
I've been there.
You saw that misplay there? Yeah. Ran right into that motherfucker. I was just... No, that was optimal. That was optimal.
Yeah. You wanted... Because, like, you knew you wouldn't die, so you want to get the turret damage off.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad you really see it. That's why you've been there, because you know. That was game theory optimal is what that was. There's nothing wrong with that play.
I would say the only thing about it though is you should have instantly R'd right after call use R1 because there's a little bit of delay before she can use R2
That's why
again.
you were hollering for it, because I was
Yep.
in my head I was thinking I want to wait because I was like waiting for her to use it so I could follow up, but I see there was like a frame there where I'm allowed to.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you go for this here? I think I should.
No, I would just reset.
Okay.
Look at dragon timer. Look at it, like press that. So now the reason why is you want to go for wolves into Gromp and then dragon.
Got it.
So I would go pickaxe into pickaxe and cloth armor here. Yep. Cloth
Okay.
armor, right there.
Interesting. Okay.
So the reason why I don't go Manmune second anymore is because I take the precision tree instead of domination. So I used to take domination tree, which allowed me to get Manmune second, since it actually allows you to, Ingenious Hunter allows you to like stack tier faster. But now since I go precision tree, since Death Stance is a really good item, and you're only building Manmune third, it makes it so you don't get Manmune as second anymore. Yeah, so here what I would do is I would just start spamming drag. You can win this if you're good enough, by the way.
Okay, I like it.
So I would just like go, and then keep your Q-stacks off Gromp, and then look for the fight. No, oh, it's okay. There you go, good seal.
I'm gonna bail though.
Yep, that's what you needed. Just run with it. Should be up in a second.
That was a good try.
Yeah, it's okay. So the only thing that I would say is like going for the seal was good, but then after I wouldn't have instantly used my E on the Kindred. Because you kind of knew that fight you would never be able to win.
Yeah,
so
I think I just fat fingered mostly. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the thing where you just want to like save your E. But now this is what I'm getting at. It's like even though your team is even in kills, it's like
We have
you're
a soul
level-
condition. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and that's what I love about this playstyle. It just makes it so easy to win games.
Nice hit by Kennen. Good job.
Yep. Perfect.
Kill it. Kill the cat. Well played. Oh shit, word? She hops wall, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you could look for it though.
Yep.
She's probably staying in the bush. Go, check the bush. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
No
you
counterplay
just
to that,
flipped it.
dude. Yeah.
Nope, you're chilling. But yeah, I would say that this playstyle, by the way, of like full clear into dragon every game, only really starts to fall off around like challenger.
Because you should be more dynamic, is what you're saying. Like get higher
Yeah,
elo.
exactly.
Yeah. I know what you're getting at.
Yeah. Because like in lower elo, especially if you have a mechanical lead, you can, or like a lead that only you have, you can control the outcome, right? And if you try coordinating dubs with your team and they don't go well, because like you are playing with people who will make a lot of mistakes, it just makes things really bad. But in Halo, you kind of have to trust your team. Alright, just get that Yumi. I wouldn't have bolted there, to be honest. And I would have even taken the kill. So that's the thing about it's like, you want to take all the resources. It's like, fuck your team, they're intro bots. You take everything, you know?
Okay.
Like, you need to view it. Honestly, every single game, view your teammates as NPCs. They're literal bots. And it's like, you just have to sit there and be like, what do you do? Just yep. You gotta be lucky there, because sometimes it has a wonky interaction with like Bascom where it'll just like knock you over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because like I turned the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Another longsword. Nice.
Huh.
So other cool thing about Death Stance and Triumph is that if you get literally one kill, you're gonna heal for 500. So that's why now you can play off these limits of like, you can take a lot of damage, and even if you get low, you're playing for resets now. That's like the fun thing about Death Stance. You're just like, just constantly look for resets on like enemy lowest HP target.
With dragons.
I would just go for a Gromp here. Yeah, just keep going with the like the full clear.
Okay. I mean, we do get a free soul here in 2 minutes, so.
Yeah, exactly. I remember there was this one game I was playing, I think it was like, again, Challenger Elo, and we were down 30 kills, but we got the soul at like 23 minutes, just because of the playstyle I had.
Oh, gosh, she snooped that away from me. What the fuck?
No, you cleared wolves earlier.
I did? I don't remember. Sensory overload, it's what it is. When you're being coached, and yeah. Brain starts lagging.
I would look to Shadow Cannon here, honestly.
Okay.
Shadow Cannon to remain bot side, and then look for the Kindred's Red Win and stuff. Oh, second.
We should be able to get this, and then I just didn't want to let her. Oh, what the fuck? I'm surprised.
Yeah, just run. So there, for example, you eat him for the phase rush, right? But if you would have just like auto WQ and then chem tank, or not even like if you would have just like auto WQ'd, right?
Would have been enough.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can use your E movement speed to run away. So it's like you never want to waste your E. You always want to use it for its full duration.
Okay, this guy's no ult now. I should probably take a reset. Get some pinks, maybe.
Yeah. Press tab. How long until giant?
Oh shit. 30.
30. I would stick around.
Huh?
Actually, no. You have time to recall like really fast. What I would actually do here is I would even go for Elixir of Iron. Oh, well, enemy team doesn't want you to.
Just stressing me out. I want to reset here.
Yeah, but yeah, I would actually get an Elixir of Iron here.
Okay, that's interesting. Why? You just think it's such a valuable fight that...
Yeah, so that's the thing. When you have like big fights like this, you just want to sit there and get as much as you possibly can. Because like the game, if you win this fight, the game is won. So that's why you don't have to sit there and
yeah.
You could have won like stopwatch as well, which
I was thinking about that actually. I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Stopwatch.
Yeah. But just because you never want to really build into GA.
This is a needless coin flip. I think I just engage here.
Yep. Look for an ult over the wall on Kindred. What's that would be doing? Oh, it's okay. If you would have landed though. It's okay. Now Kindred has an ult, she can't walk up. I would drag it out. Ping back. You don't want to risk like song. Okay, now go in though.
I'm bad. God damn it.
It's okay.
That's my fault.
Yeah. So the other thing too is like if you would have been attacking Malphite there, and if you would have like killed him even like a second earlier, you would have gotten Death Sans Tramp and you would have literally killed everybody.
So,
by the way.
What I was doing was I lost track of this. I knew that she was gonna DPS it fast, but I was like, I was trying to bump her and get the quick pressure on her and push her away, but it was just such a stupid play other than focus on dragon,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah, because don't forget, Hecarim E, like you can use Hecarim EQ with like Chem Tank proc and Smite for like a guaranteed 1200 Smite, right? Like,
yeah, true.
Really,
so you use it as like a secure, yeah?
Exactly. And sometimes if it's like a really important objective, I might even like use my ult as well. It's like, why not? Another 100 damage in there too.
So my gut's telling me to just clear for now. I have a long ways to go before Mana Moon.
Yep, I agree. I would take Krugs right now and then go red and then full clear my bot side.
Huh?
Reason being, if you do your red, if you use your E, you can maintain Q stacks with like from red to wolves.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yep. So you always want to E the red in the direction. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In the direction you want to go. So you just want to drag this out, and then.
Oh, you motherfucker.
So that's the thing too. It's like right now your team is fighting and they're winning fights, but it's like you don't care about them. That's the thing you have to realize.
It's like good that they're winning, but I'm just an insurance policy. It's what I tell my clients.
Exactly. Yep, exactly.
It's like it's cool, like great, good for them. GG. All right, dude, this was great. This is a super effective coaching session. I learned so much.
Yeah. So
genuinely impressed. Genuinely impressed. This was like, this was super useful, man. Like I love hearing these little nuances from because I tell clients just to ignore dragons generally and a lot of jungle coachings for low elo. I find it interesting that for you're actually like, you're of the opinion right now that it's like, I should just take these and just stack them up.
Okay, how do I explain this to you? It's kind of like the way I approach every league game is I just view myself as the main character, more or less. And the way I see it is like, if you can get a dragon soul, it's almost like you get the fiery sword of Excalibur. So you just want to play for soul because if you're already a 1v9 player and then you get the dragon soul, you just make yourself like the literal hero. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, no, I do. I think the reason that I'm always hesitant to do it is generally because I feel like when I play for it, it often, but I guess you had me path down before you went for it.
Yeah, so that's actually, that's why I actually will always full clear top to bot. And the reason why is because if you full clear top to bot and then you have no opportunities, on your second full clear, you can treat dragon as like a 7th camp and then just like take that as well.
So wait, you cleared. Now that was something we didn't really touch on, and I think we should before we go. So you're saying you do top to bottom regardless, period.
Every single game. Every single game. I
love
think right
this.
now. Yep. So the reason being is I think bot lane right now is by far the biggest win condition in like literal 99% of your games, just with like champion difference and like the way the meta is. And I also think playing for dragons is like better than playing for like early heralds, especially in NA. In Korea, I might say it's different, but in NA, since players will make a lot of mistakes and will throw games, you just want to make sure you're getting those advantages that can't be thrown.
I like that idea because I do know what you're saying. Bot lane gets out of control really fast, and if you're pathing top to bottom, because Hecarim can't really do a 3 camp to bottom. I mean, he could, but it's trash, right? Yeah. So, like, if you clear top to bottom and they fight, then you show up and pick up the pieces a lot of the time, too.
Yep.
Yeah, so I like that logic. Yeah.
The way you should be seeing it is like, if let's say it's like you never lose. If you path top to bottom and the enemy jungler is also pathing top to bottom, you can force CB3s. And then if you're pathing top to bot and the enemy jungler isn't, you can force dives, or you can play for you can just like pick up kills, or you can get dragons, right? With the prio that now the enemy jungler's on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and he's gonna take Rift, and yeah, there might be like a Giga Garen or something, but like you said, it's not gonna stop Hecarim anyways. So yeah, it makes
just that, but it's also like, let's say you have a Jing Sulu, right? What Fed top laner will ever be able to do
I agree.
Jing Sulu?
Yeah, I agree. Dude, this was super helpful. I really appreciate you doing this. I will definitely post this and I will shout you out. Dude, I sincerely appreciate this. It was very, very good. I'm not just like blowing smoke. Like played this champion a lot recently, like, well, probably in the past, like, I don't know, year. I like I said, I played about 200 games, and you showed me a lot of cool things and a lot of cool perspective, and I'm going to use this now, the next time I play him. So thanks so much, buddy, and good luck with your stream and everything.
Well, one thing before we go though,
Okay.
One of the cool things about asking you to coach me was that before I ever like got into streaming or ever got into like Hilo or anything like that, back when I was, I think, like 15, I used to watch your streams literally all the time.
Thanks, man. That means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, like back when you're on Twitch, you're actually like one of the few guys I would like always watch. So doing a coaching with you was definitely like a really, really fun thing for sure.
Well, thank you so much, man. That actually makes my day a lot better. I'm glad that I've been a positive influence. Thank you so much, dude. And yeah, I'll be in touch. We'll work again sometime soon, okay?
Much love. Thank you.
Yeah, same. Have a good one.
Later.
Peace.